everyone, and welcome back to another She Budgets YouTube video. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Sarah and I love all things budgeting, planning and personal finance. So in today's video we are going to be looking at our March results and looking at our budget overview and our sinking fund overview in this video. This is the She Budgets budget planner. They are still available on our website if you wanted to go and grab yourself one. So let's get into it. Okay, so I've just zoomed you in so you can see better. So here we have our categories. These are the categories that I came up with. And then what I do at the beginning of the month is I create a bit of a budget. So we got 4 pay checks for March. So what I do is I sort of make our budget based on 4 pay periods, so 4 weeks. And then here we have last month for February to see how we went. So for groceries for March, we budgeted $1,280. We went over. That seems to be a thing lately, going over our grocery budget. So we went over by, quickly do the math, $162 over budget. And you can also see that we were over last month's as well. So we'll try and rein that in a bit going into April. For eating out, we budgeted $400 and we only spent $98, which is great. I'm really happy with that. So we were under budget by $302. Which is better than last month's. Car, we budgeted $800. We spent $488. Cohen had a fuel card for a lot of March as he had to drive to work and whatnot. So we're under, I really should use a calculator. Let me just double check that. Yes. So under again and under last month's as well. The boys, we budgeted for $400. And we only spent $28 this month on the boys. They really didn't need much. I think they just got a couple of things from like Big W or something. So we're well under as well for this one. So we're under $372. And definitely well under from last month. House, we budgeted $200, but we are currently doing our landscaping out the back. So we actually spent $6,770. We had to pay like a deposit for something. We had to pay the landscaper, bought plants with that, basketball with putting up a net, like a fence around our basketball court. So that was money from there as well. So we were over budget by a fair bit, but it's all good. We sort of knew we'd be spending that sort of money. So more than last month as well. Utilities came in at $625 as well. We direct debit for our utilities, and my bills that are coming in they're just like a small amount in credit, so I haven't had to put any more towards them, which is great. Insurance just stays the same, $171. Memberships and subscriptions was $168, so we were under $32. So a lot better than last month. Health, $200. We spent $241, so we're over $41. We all had a few appointments and whatnot, so that's fine. Splurge, $800. That was $800, so no difference there. Debt, $2,787. We actually put $3,138 towards debt this month. We've been focusing on getting our car loan down, so we added how much extra? 2,787 minus 3,138. So we put an extra $351 towards our car loan, which is great. $351. So savings, we always just budget $1,600. We put $1,681, so not too much more went to our savings this week because we were focusing on that debt. Investing, $120, that stayed the same, $120. Unbudgeted was $122. I think we had Colin's PlayStation controller broke, so we had to buy a new one and a cord or something for it. So we were over $122, but better than last month. And then our income was just a little bit over our minimum, so 9,809. So the difference there is, take 9,809, $57 more. We definitely had a better month last month. Okay, so that's that all done. Pretty happy with that. As we can see, we were just over with our groceries, house, but we had budgeted for that, so no stress. $41 in health, debt $350, which is good, and savings $81. Trying to keep that unbudgeted down. So yeah, pretty happy with that. All right, moving on to our sinking fund overview. Don't mind all of the mistakes that I made before starting this video. Okay, so here we have our sinking funds that we've been focusing on lately. So for boy's birthday, we started with $378, and we added $60 into there. We've spent nothing so far, so we're up to $438. Their birthdays are in June and July, so I'll have to start organising their presents soon. Christmas started with $361. We added $160. We haven't spent anything yet for Christmas, so we've got $521, which is nice, building up there. Holidays started with $607. We added $400 to that, and we spent $532. So that mainly went towards deposits for caravan parks for when we're going away at Easter and in January. And then we went a weekend away, the weekend just gone, which was nice. So we are left with $475 in our holiday sinking fund. Gifts started with $249. We added $120 into gifts. We spent $225. We had a couple of birthdays in March that we needed to pay for. So that leaves us with $144. Medical started with $40. We added $305. We spent $305, so we're left with $40. Car rego started with $770. We added $100. We haven't spent it yet, as I think it's May and June. So now we've got, where am I? Car rego, $870. Car service started with $194. We added $200. We haven't spent any, so we're up to $394. Colin needs new tyres soon, so we'll have to add a bit more into this one. House started with $100. We added $45 into house. We spent $85. Can't remember what that was for. We're left with $60. So you're probably thinking the house before we spent $6,000. It's not reflected here. We have kept it in a different, it's sort of in our like emergency fund in the mortgage redraw, just so we save on interest that way. Family fund started with $123. We spent $75. I think we went to the Begonia Festival, did a couple of things like that. We added $75. We spent $138, and we are left with $60 in there. Events started with $21. We added $40. We haven't spent anything yet, so that's $61. So that's things like if you've got it, like we've got a wedding coming up or a hen's day or a baby shower or something like that. That's what we do for events. Union fees, these are Colin's fees. We started $317. We added $137. We haven't spent it yet. It's due next month. And we are left with $454 in there. Giving started with $0. We added $22. We spent $22 on a fundraiser. We had to give to Teddy's Kinder, so we gave some money towards that. And we are left with $0 in there. Sorry, you can hardly read this. I accidentally wrote Valentine's Day. It's meant to be Mother's Day. We've started that sinking fund this month. $0. We added $40. We haven't spent it yet, and so we've got $40 in there. And then lastly, Easter had $120. We added $45. we spent $165. So I've done all my Easter shopping. I'm all ready for that, which is great. So that's that. And then what I usually do, I'll zoom you out a little bit. You see, we'll do the totals. All right, I'll quickly go and add up the totals. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, we started with $3,280 in our sinking funds. Okay, then we have added we've added into our sinking funds $1,749. And then we have spent, we've spent $1,472 this for March. And then we are left with, actually I can do this a quicker way. Let's do 3,280. We add 1,749. We take 1,472. We are left with $3,557. So we have added a bit more than what we've spent, which is good. So that is my March results. If you have any questions, leave them below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how your March went in the comments below. If you haven't, please subscribe to this channel as it really supports me, and give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.